Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Buckeyes will kick it away to start us off. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Draw play, quarterback keeps it. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw in that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it and try to get his offense some positive yards.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Still on his feet at the 45. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
The defense selling out to stop it on third and super short. They don't bring him down, Jesse. Next thing you know, he's in the second level.
You're absolutely right. Third and inches like that, if you just get a little crease offensively, it can be a big play. In the back that time, hit the hole and show off his speed.
They'll send the back in motion. On the snap, it's Hawkins. Not this time. After finding running room on the previous play, nowhere to go this time around as the defense rises up. The Gators have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Sets up the screen. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
Gotta love this play call early in the football game. Like the quarterback, get in a rhythm, run a screen play, get it to a playmaker, create some space, move the sticks, get a first down. Nice start for this offense.
The Gators are rolling down the field. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Grabbed behind the line. It's ball. There he goes. Stopped right at the 2-yard line after the catch, and it'll be first down, goal to go.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
And the Gators trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gator!
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise. On the opening drive, nice execution. They scored a touchdown. That was big time.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Runs through a tackle. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. It's Sayin. Flips it out on the screen. Open spaces. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Got out of trouble and throws. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
You normally don't see this guy miss throws like that. That was a pretty short throw. He can normally make those in his sleep, but with the incompletion, we're now setting up 3rd down.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete, and all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Unloads it left. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On the direct snap, it's Hawkins. Gators trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking for a man. It's Lagway. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line.
Really nice first down run, and you're seeing why this running back is an every down type. He can run between the tackles, he can run outside, he can catch the football, he can block. This guy...
Touchdown, Florida! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
What a throw by the QB. You think about it, you don't have much space near the sideline, and he put that thing right on the outside of the sideline where his receiver could go make a play. Not only does he make the play, I'm pretty sure he got a foot in bounds, and that's a great touchdown catch. What a playmaker.
And he added the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Going right to work up top. Makes the grab. It's Tate. It's a seam wide open. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Under fire. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Crosses the 45, out of bounds at the 47-yard line, and a solid play there. And the Buckeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to pass, it's Sayin. Looking for space to the left. He's going to run it. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
I love the play call there, too, because second and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch him off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but it doesn't matter. This guy's just so athletic himself. He's able to go get the first. Let's get a fresh set of downs.
Good timing on the quick out. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football.
There he goes. He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
One of the things I love about this offense, Reese, is they have tons of speed. They like to try to get the ball going east-west. That time they generated a huge play going to the right side.
And the defense either not fast enough to fit or got knocked out of the fit.
Yeah, they got to do a better job containing that as this game goes on. They got to funnel the football back to the middle of the field.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Tight end finds a soft spot. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
The sweet feet buy a little time. Makes the grab. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
And they must have had a play in practice that they just felt was unstoppable because they essentially just took away an automatic chip shot field goal to go for that fourth down. But because of the execution, it was just too good. They're looking now to score 6.
Pushes ahead. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And how about the defense on that play, man? Playing aggressive, fast, downhill, first and goal, expecting run. Great job fitting the run. Great job getting the running back on the ground.
Here's the pressure. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Throw to the end zone, picked off. Bringing it back. He's inside the 40. The 20. Touchdown Gators! And they turn it into a defensive score.
And that's a great job by the defender there, back in his own end. He knew he had to make a play. He jumped the route, caught it, and he takes it all the way back. Forget flipping the field. How about scoring a touchdown?
And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. To throw, it's Sayed. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there, more and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Wants to throw on first down. He'll off one deep down the left side. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Second down, they'll go to the air. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. The Gators will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Tate. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Hold and finds his man on the left. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The Buckeyes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Motion from the wideout. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. Get it out to the supersonic guy. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. The Buckeyes come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And that ball's on the ground behind the line. They knock him down finally, but boy, he was trying to make something out of that, and he stopped short of the first down marker. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over.
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. That was not a great throw. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Hurricanes will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. The short hands, it's Anderson. Knocked out of bounds at the 4. Six after the good pickup on that one. And so much for feeling each other out for a few plays. These guys come out spinning it.
All gas, no brakes. Come in and spin the magic bean on the opening play of the game, taking a shot. Doesn't get better than that if you're this quarterback.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell it extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
This time it's complete. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. The Tigers getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Green. He'll be knocked out of bounds at the 29.
That just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there and catching the football.
The Tigers can really attack on this second and short. Back to pass. Rushes on him. Hit as he throws. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
Finds the tight end. He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. A first down for the offense. Scanning the field, it's Nussmeier. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Tigers!
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense, seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him out.
He'll call for the fair catch here. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Going to run it. It's Fletcher. Forced out of bounds. Good pickup there on the ground.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Running to the left. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Wants to adjust the pattern. On third and long, try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Well, it's not quite the start this offense wanted to have on third downs. Their first opportunity, that one falls incomplete. They're going to have to be better on those critical downs as this game goes on.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They told us they were going to be aggressive no matter where they were on the field. Didn't take long to prove it. Going for it on fourth down in their first drive. Complete out of the backfield. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
And first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, we live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
To the air, it's Nussmeier. Dances away. Trying to escape and get it himself. A solid pickup, and he goes out of bounds at the 30.
Really nowhere for the quarterback to go that time. I like the idea of letting him try to run with it, but no opportunity to get up the field, so he just kept trying to use his speed going sideways. Defense took everything.
He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
And the biggest thing is identifying coverages, right? The quarterback has to line up and see what he's seeing and see those safeties. I know outside with that safety in the middle of the field, I got a chance to attack and attack deep with my speedster, and he does a great job throwing the football out there, and he does the rest with the catch and then striding it into the end zone.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Looking for more room. Touchdown, LSU! And what a turn of events is this. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see, the number 8 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Kick it away to start us off. Here he comes with the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Trying play action. Bringing the heat. Takes a hit as he fires.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
I thought white noise was supposed to be relaxing. This is deafening on third down. Going for the big play. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
On fourth down, going to the air. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs. This offense has it with really good field position. Power football with the run. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it out. It's Anderson. Smashes it with the stiff arm. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. Great job of the base defense making a play.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. The play action fake. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
Punt is on its way. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Fires to the tight end. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. Now on first down from the 40. To the air, it's Aller. Working that wide receiver screen.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Sends it back in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. He's loose. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. And the Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Now from inside the red zone. Grabbed over the middle. It's Ross. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking for space. It's Singleton. Able to make his way past the sticks for the first down, and the time is going to drain out here in the first quarter. He wants to change this route. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. A first down run in the red zone. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Big guy smells it. Needed one more turn of the legs to get it in there, and he's denied just inches away from the touchdown. How many chances can you afford to waste in the red zone? They've already been stopped twice. Can they come through this time? It's 3rd and goal. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, after getting stuffed on that run, you now have got 4th down. I'm not into chasing points this early in the game. I think you just take the field goal. You try to pay this drive off and this opportunity to put something on the board there.
Well, and nowadays you have these analytical cards, and the coaches, they literally look at every situation. Is it more?
Converts on 4th down. Still going. Touchdown, Penn State. Quick strike through the air for the score. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hitting the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Thomas. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion. On the run, it's Durham. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish, and they just need something.
Gonna take a shot. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
I think sometimes as a quarterback, when your offense is struggling, you don't have any points up on the board yet here at the end of the first half. You're just trying to take a shot to see if your guy can make a play. And that time, he thought he had the matchup he wanted, but he has just not been able to ever find a rhythm. And this defense is making it really hard on him, forcing that one to fall incomplete.
Now the play fake. And the sack. All the way back at the 5.
This is a tough part of the field. You want to try to create some space and give yourself an opportunity not to throw out of your own end zone. They didn't hold up with protection. They give up the sack, but thank goodness they didn't give up a safety.
And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Quickly to the tight end. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flank. Nice job.
Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him.
Turning it on. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Reynolds. He wrestles him down at the 3 after the grab. It'll be first and goal. Trying to pound their way in. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Back to throw. It's Aller. Trying to pull his way in. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. So that drive didn't have to cover a lot of ground, going 47 yards. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. If they didn't get it off in time, it'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They go to the ground. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
The Nittany Lions get enough to move the chains.
Well, it's an offense that prides themselves on being physical. No mystery there. You need 1 yard, turn around, hand it off, let them go to work.
They've got it at the 37. It's first and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Reynolds.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
Here's the handoff. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
and sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Well, no real mystery there, and I think this coaching staff has a lot of confidence in their offensive line to get the push needed to give that back just a big enough crease to fall forward and get the first.
And it's so hard. My room for error is so small when I'm a defensive line. Like, I got to get off the ball as fast as I can and try to get some form of penetration. Just stop that ball from going north-south. They don't do it there, and they give up the first down.
Wants to throw. It's Allard. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Got room on the return. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football, and you saw it right there.
Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. To the air on first down. Got a man. It's Sharp. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
He's got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. That is what we call in the industry a defensive breakdown. That guy was loose for the big play.
Busted coverage, really, really bad execution. Somebody slips, somebody falls. Nothing about that defensively is something you're looking for, but the offense will take it and get the easy touchdown.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Dropping back, it's Allard. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Puts it out of the air. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. Might be calling a hot route. The Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Singleton. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. 2nd and long here, but objective number 1, keep that clock moving. Got it set up on the outside. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. The Nittany Lions need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. He fires one deep over the middle. Makes a grab for a big play. And another big play by this offense. And if they are playing, not thinking about the scoreboard at all, there's evidence of it right there.
Hey, if there's time on the clock, as a defense, stop us. Because we're not stopping ourselves. We're going to continue being aggressive. We're going to continue trying to score.
Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. To the air, it's Nussmeier. A little screen to the running back. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon. You're seeing that here early.
Off play action. Buys a little extra time. Got rid of it just in time.
Yeah, and your first job is to affect the quarterback and try to get him off his spot. They get him off his spot, he gets outside the pocket, and a nice job chasing, not quitting, getting to the quarterback, and still getting a good lick as he's throwing the football.
And the Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
Now on the option. Spins away from the defense. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
There are not a lot of head coaches that I think are willing on their opening drive to go for it on 4th down, especially in that kind of field position. But this head coach ain't scared. And he believes in his running back. He believes in his offensive line to go pick it up, and that's exactly what they did.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Snap it to the back. And some room to work. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. LSU doing what it always does when they're really good, moving the ball on the ground.
Yeah, trying to find that physical. They get so many great players across the country. LSU has the pick of people in Louisiana. Everybody wants to come there, and you can tell they always find great talent, and they're always able to run the football.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's wrestled to the ground.
Well, it's a nice job, too, the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Makes the grab. It's sharp. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
See, I like this tight end because he's not just running flat routes and little stick routes and drags. This guy can get vertically down the field. He showed you his speed there running the crosser.
Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Oh, they're after him! And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Back to pass on 2nd down. Let's it fly. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And that's just a play that you have got to make if you're going to win this game. You're not going to get a lot of chances like that. You might not get another receiver that open for the rest of the season.
Final play of the quarter coming. On 3rd and long, a check down will be the last resort. He'll get rid of it. And the incomplete pass will wrap up the first quarter. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Punt is on its way. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. On the run, it's Love. Got enough for the first. Oh, he's got some space. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground. He gets north fast.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. You got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Quarterback and receiver on the same page there on the curl route. Nice job by the receiver finding the soft spot and zone and just settling down, making that throw a whole bunch easier.
Back to throw, it's Carr. Gets rid of it. Immediately fires to the middle. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. So now it's 2nd and long. The offense changing the play. From the gun, the running back looking for room.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going.
it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man quickly. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Pauly.
Hey, I'll tell you what, that slot receiver, he may not be the biggest receiver in the world, but he is shifty, and he runs really good routes. You saw it on that play.
The Irish come to the line facing second and short. Fires to the big fella. Ernie on the Jets. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that guy.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front. As a result, they lose yardage.
Got some work to do on second down after that last one. They need 13. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Fires to the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
Man, it's so hard to play defense nowadays. You got a strike zone where you can hit people. You get flagged for targeting. You get flagged for pass interference. That was beautiful. Great job in the end zone, making it a hard window to throw into. And when he caught it, making him feel you.
Quarterback making checks. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
Timeout, Notre Dame.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Intercepted to stop the threat. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
I love the defense's approach on this drive. They didn't panic. They gave up some yards, but what did they do? They forced a third down, a predictable situation, played great discipline, broke on the football, and forced a big interception.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They'll move the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He'll be forced out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run. The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Now adjusting. Grab near the sticks. It's Durham. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
Incomplete. Man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2. The offense will quickly use a timeout. And the Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Quickly complete. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. The pass ball's incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
That's the end of the first half. With the game tied.
LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He'll start this drive going to the air. Fires to the big fella. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
How about the hit on the tight end there? They knew they had to bring the lumber on the big fella to bring him down, and they just blew him up.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. They'll go back to the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Creates a little space. Running through contact. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with a first down.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They've just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
Caught in the backfield, it's Love. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Back to pass, it's Carr. Just a short pass to the tight end. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make...
Touchdown, Irish! They take the lead with the 6.
Well, it's been a defensive war this entire game. You're wondering who can break through. Give this offense a lot of credit. It has not been easy, but they've been physical. They did a really nice job, I think, with play calling there and setting things up. And finally, someone is able to get on the board.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Thomas. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. It's a running room. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. No matter how many times they tell you to look for it, it is tough to defend a perfectly executed screen.
Yeah, because I'm trying to go get the quarterback, and everything looks like pass, but when you see it, when you see that screen, you got to retrace your steps, get back in the play. Nice job by the offense. The defense just has to recognize that a little bit sooner.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating crowd.
Notre Dame 7, LSU 0.
So the final period starts with a second down play. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. That's reeled in, it's Anderson. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket. You've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
The screen, and watch out. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Well, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
When you make a quarterback feel comfortable, man, they'll sit in that pocket, they'll go through their progressions, but when you start to hit them, they become very human, very average. They got to do a better job of keeping him upright, protecting him, so he can have a better second half.
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone. I mean, you better bring your big boy pads if you're going to play in this one.
Big boy pads, big boy helmet, big boy underwear. You better bring it all with you because these are two great teams. We talked about it all week. Mirror images, going at it. Who's going to make the plays late to take this over the top?
Looking for the 2-point try. He'll ride his man on the option. Not going to make it. Can't get the 2-point conversion, and they fail to take the lead here in the fourth.
Notre Dame 7, LSU.
Not much of a choice here. Down by a score late. They'll line up for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, in every possession. Oh, a lot of space. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense. On first and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I know you took a loss on first down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against a defense that knows you're going to do it.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Snagged out of the air. And what a fortuitous turn of events to get that football back. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Might be changing the route. They believe in their running game on 3rd and goal here. Headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
And he splits the uprights and pushes the lead to 8 here in the 4th. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Thomas. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Defense showing blitz here. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. Scrambling away. Bought a little time, lets it go. That's caught, it's Durham. And the defense wrestles him to the ground. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. To the air on 2nd down. Starting to feel a little pressure. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. Here in the 4th quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football, and they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best, and that time they were able to force an incompletion.
A deep throw as the clock winds down. Pulls it in on the right. Timeout call by the offense. 24 seconds left on the clock. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
He's got it for the touchdown, and now they need the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, I tell you what, great job by this offense, great execution. You drive down the field, you get the score. Now what's your 2-point play? You practiced it all week. What's your go-to in this moment, late in the 4th quarter, when you need the 2-point conversion?
The last touchdown only part of the battle. Now the 2-point try to tie the game. On the option. He'll pitch it. He will get there for the 2-point conversion, and we have a tie game in the waning seconds. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And here's the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Looking to pass, it's Carr. He hurls one deep down the left side. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Grab near the marker. It's Love. At the 45 on his way. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Handoff from the gun. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Great job on the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And they grab the lead here in overtime. Now to push the lead to 7 in overtime.
And you want these guys that can take the top off the defense. It changes the way they're going to play coverage on you, and he does it right here. Just runs by the DB. He had no chance to try to catch up with him. Makes the big play down the field. And this will change the way you play defense against this guy the rest of the game.
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. To the air. It's Nussmeier. The quick out. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And he runs a quick out route. And this is a timing route. The quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
LSU now operating in the red zone. Looking to throw on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Knocked away, incomplete, and quarters get tight in the red zone.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. You can't wait for this game to be over.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
First and goal in overtime, and they have to answer. Touchdown, LSU! They got it in the end zone. Now a decision to make with the point after.
First off, really impressed by how physical this guy is still running the ball this late in the game. But now it's decision time. You want to play it safe, kick the extra point, or are you feeling aggressive to go for 2 points?
And I think this is all about how you feel about your defense and how you feel about this game extending. Do I have a chance? Do I have better players? Am I more fatigued? Like, all this has to come into account because you got a chance right now with 1 play to win this football game.
On the option. Now the pitch. They got it! The 2-point conversion, and it's a game winner! Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of... Trojans, the storied Los Angeles Coliseum, as we'll see the #3 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Buckeyes will put total leather and will get started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. They'll go to the ground. He couldn't get it to the corner as this defense opening things up with a big play.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Shoots it to the left. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence.
Looking deep down the right side. Pulls in the deep ball. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in 3rd and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sideline.
Really good decision-making by the quarterback. Don't get greedy. Yes, I can make reads, and I can throw it, and I can throw it all the yard. If I can take 10-plus yards and continue to do that and continue to be smart with my decision-making, this offense is going to be very difficult to stop.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. It's incomplete. Almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 3rd down.
Oh, what a missed opportunity for that interception. Yes, I know he gets the pass breakup, but he had a chance to finish things off, and he really didn't get it done. But there's a reason he plays defense. You know, they put the guys on offense that can actually catch.
And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
It is good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Leaves it with the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Now he's going to break the pocket. Complete to the right. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. Oh, kinds of room to the right. There he goes. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He makes the fair catch deep in his own end, and I get the criticism, but man, he probably wanted to at least save a few yards in field position. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. That's caught. It's Jordan. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Back to pass. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Well, when the offense goes empty, that triggers the defense to want to blitz. The linebacker came that time, they couldn't get him blocked, and down goes the QB.
Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Wide open spaces. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
That's the end of the first quarter. Ohio State 7, USC 3.
So after the break, they'll go back to work. On the run, it's Sanders. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Second down, he'll throw it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at half.
Touchdown, Trojans! A great catch and run for 6. They'll try to add another to their lead. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently, does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Gets the back moving. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. It's complete. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch. And you know the line they kick around at Ohio State, Woody Hayes, forward pass, 2 of the 3 things that can happen are bad. Woody had dudes like this, he'd be spinning that magic bean all over this place.
You ain't lying. My, how times have changed. Now it is pass, pass, pass. Find explosive playmakers like this on the outside. Get them the football.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Fires to the right. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half. The referee signaled for a 2-minute timeout. Things started out great on this drive, but then a couple of incompletions, and now it's 3rd and 10. Just keep slinging it. Moving away from pressure. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow. Allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 first down, but really nice job there on that 3rd down pass defense, forcing the incompletion now, trying to set up a punt.
And I don't know how to explain that one. 4th down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
It'll be 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Mayava. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He unleashes a long one. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He'll try to take it back. He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
To the air on 1st down. Forced out of the pocket. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. With the catch, it's Peoples. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Setting up the screen. He's knocked out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 44. The Buckeyes with the 1st and 10.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive run.
And the Buckeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Now improvising. The throw. Caught near the sticks. It's Tate. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Sayin. Unleashes one deep. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing them go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
And they tacked on the extra point. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Fair catch, called for and made. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw on first down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. He's got it! And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. Looking downfield on first down. Got the quick pass. It's got enough space. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, you keep that passing game up, you can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Connection to the right. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Open a drive like that, it opens a world of possibilities. First down from the 43. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. Quarterback extends the play. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Caught over the middle. It's Peoples. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. From the red zone, looking for a man. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that's a great job by this offense. That's how you work the clock. You want to take as much as you can and punch that ball in the end zone. Masterful clock management, and they now take the lead going into the half.
And you just got to wonder, too, David, how does that affect the confidence of a defense, right? They needed to find some way, somehow, to get a stop, limit the damage on that final drive. They give up a touchdown. They're going into halftime now, trailing.
Fighting for the end zone, and he dropped it. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. This is ultra-aggressive. Still in the first half, got the lead and going for the onside kick. And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He calls for the fair catch and makes it deep in his own end, and he might have been better off seeing if that ball would just trickle into the end zone. One more snap coming before halftime. Stands in, takes the hit. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. And the Trojans will boot it away to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Starts from their own 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
Man, I love this offensive approach, man. All gas, no brakes. You got the lead, so what? Continue to do what you do. Find those one-on-one situations and continue to stay aggressive.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio